I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And good news! Holy Christ on a cracker! Or shall I say Yahweh on a wafer? Or Jesus on a Cheeto? Things are getting done, oh my God, in America in the last couple of days. Not only did the House and Senate pass the COVID relief bill that will actually help people instead of helping corporations that actually own the fucking people. It's crazy. When the Republicans passed a $1.9 trillion bill to help corporations, they cheered like they had beat the fascists in World War II. But then on Biden's $1.9 trillion bill to help the non-yacht owning unwashed, not one Republican voted for it. They became the fascists from World War II. Now, Republicans are grumpy because things are working now.
Tens of millions of Americans are still unemployed. 13 million Americans lift them out of poverty, reduce child poverty in half. Are you saying you oppose those things?
What I'm saying is the economy is about to come roaring back. What the administration is trying to do here, Judy, is to get in front of the parade.
But it's also maybe because Merrick Garland got confirmed as Attorney General. Woohoo! Stand back and stand by. There's a new sheriff in town, and he don't cotton to Nazis, like Senator Cotton. You know, I hope there's some extra money in the budget and the COVID relief bill to pay for mopping up all that Josh Hawley and Lauren Boebert sweat in the Senate chamber.
When you say you're not familiar, are you saying that you don't know whether or not the Bureau has scooped up geolocation data, metadata from cell phone records and cell phone towers?
Oh, Merrick Garland is AG. Shout out to Mitch McConnell and hoping he gets conjugal visits with his wife. At least he can smuggle a ton of stuff into lockup in that shipping container he calls a chin. To be clear, people, after 4 years of the worst news in our lifetimes, daily, after watching our country being turned into a racist hellhole infected with hatred, greed, and corruption we haven't seen since Genghis Khan tried to fake his kids' SATs to get him into Princeton. After watching thousands die every day, we have turned a corner in America, people. Today, people got helped. People got vaccinated. We are vaccinating 2 million people a day now. Schools will be opening soon, and kids will be out of the house. And the only downside to that is it will decimate the box wine industry. But the cookie and coffee cartels will thrive because Alcoholics Anonymous meetings will be packed now. For 5 years now, people, we have only had weird, crazy, or horribly bad news. But today, we have a good, honest man running the Justice Department and a caring, good man with 40 years of legislative experience as our leader. You know what? If a Tom Hanks movie had been released today, the world would be perfect. Still, it's a good day. To all you states that continue to wear your masks and protect yourselves and your fellow countrymen, thank you for standing for all of us. To you dipshits in the states where not wearing a mask is proof of a tiny penis and a sign of acute brain damage, good luck. You're going to need it. Hope spring break works out. And to all of you that fought hard, who called out the stupid when it was loud and the lying, thank you. You voted. And because you did, lives were actually saved. Kids were fed. Families kept their homes. And the rich people, they stayed rich. I'd like to remind everyone who got us here. Democrats. We are on a track back to normalcy. They did the job we elected them to do, which should just be a normal thing. But in America, in 2021, after Sweet Potato Hitler and his crew of swamp aliens, doing your job and telling the truth is kind of surprising. We're losing it. I also want to remind you people on the right that the people you voted for voted against you. They voted against you keeping your home. They voted against your kids having enough food. And they voted for doing nothing while thousands died. I'm a fact guy. And today the facts point to a better America, one that wasn't created by both sides. Now, will the Democrats crap the bed in the future? Hell yeah, it's an inevitability. But today, they saved lives. They're healing a nation and they made the bad guys sweat. And that's just the facts. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Woohoo! Merrick Garland, get him a piece of hickory and let him start swinging on people. Let's do this! Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Good morning, good evening, and it's a year into the pandemic. With me as always, Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the amazing Highlander.
There could be only one.
It's a year. Do you guys know it's a year since the pandemic started?
Feels like 1,000,000 years.
It feels like we learned a lot about ourselves. Mm-hmm. I learned that she can cut hair like a muh.
Not
right.
Today is not indicative.
No.
Of
is it
that
bad?
Compliment. It's long. It's grown out. It's long. You've been telling me it's time for another haircut. He's very demanding.
You look like you just changed a tire.
He did actually.
We have.
It's long.
But here's so here's what we did.
What else did you learn
about
Finish
the pandemic? That I don't need. There's a lot of things I didn't need.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know, I can wash my own car.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's good.
There's a lot of things I didn't need. Those I didn't need to go to the mall or I didn't need to go to Nordstrom Rack
You
every 2
did love
weeks.
a good Nordstrom. He would come off the road. That was his thing. We would need to go different directions.
Because we travel constantly together.
He would go to Nordstrom Rack and Topanga Canyon and Mosey. That was
Mosey.
your Sunday night.
Find a treasure, or as Mom would say. And
Look
you know
at new
now,
belts.
what's really weird is that we would come home from the road after being together constantly in hotels and driving together. Now for a year we've been constantly together, 100% of the time. Ready? Yeah, let me do that too. Ready? There you go. That's my look.
Two different feelings, completely different.
No, it was exactly the same. The pandemic taught me that people are stupid. I think
that's
here's
the big
thing.
one.
Here's what I didn't understand. I knew, and we've been joking about it for a while. The Americans, the education not the best. I didn't realize how truly dumb people are.
And angry dumb. Like, how dare you? I want to be dumb.
Aggressively dumb.
Like,
Yeah. Whoa, don't you call me on being dumb.
Yeah.
It's my right to be dumb. And it is your right to be dumb. Also, have you noticed that you've edited out certain people in your life once you figured out who they really were? When they're like, man, this pandemic, this ain't real.
You're like, oh God.
Guess we
Okay.
won't be hanging out anymore. You're off the list. No, I don't want to go to. I don't want to be invited to your house. We're good. I know where you stand. I think that's the biggest thing for me. But it's been a year, and as you just were saying before we started, a year ago, someone said, "There's 15 cases in a couple days. It'll be 0.
It's going to go away like a miracle." Oh.
500,000 dead.
500,000 people dead. And he came out and said, we're at 11 cases, but soon it'll be down to 0.
Yep.
And remember that CDC woman, blonde lady behind him, and she kept going, if I could just cover, I could answer the questions.
And he knew. And he fucking knew. The Bob Woodward tape that came out?
Yeah, true.
He'd been briefed. He said, this thing's horrible. This thing's the plague.
Yeah.
He said it. This is the plague.
Most highly transmissible disease ever, whatever he said. Yeah. But here we are.
And yet,
enlightened.
But there are still people that are talking 2024. Really? What's happening lately, and that's why I wrote the Armageddon update about how good things are getting. It's such a bizarre contrast that 50 days in now to Biden's presidency? 50 days?
Sure.
Today, we are hitting 2 million vaccinations a day. I'm still not on the list. See, that's what happens when you're healthy and happy. I needed to, I actually have
You should have been smoking. You should have been.
I envy people. God, I wish I had a pre-existing condition right now. If only I was missing a lung.
Well, Los Angeles this weekend.
Is that weird? Yeah.
This weekend, actually, was it Glendale, Pasadena, shut down the vaccination site because so many people from Hollywood had jumped the line and come to get their vaccines, and they estimated that about 900 of the 1,500 shots available for older people.
Not North Hollywood. No.
Hollywood, Florida.
Were taken. No.
Pasadena right here. So 1,500.
So they were like, screw you people, and shut it down.
1,500 appointments. 900 of them were agents, performers. And I was thinking about it. I'm gonna admit this right now. We had someone offer to give us a letter so I could show up. And then by the way, just so I never know that anybody knows who the fuck I am. I'm just a dude who lives on the planet. You don't walk around going, people who know Titus.
Aware of your
right.
your
Yeah,
perception.
that I've done
I'm the
anything or
coolest.
gives a shit. I really don't care. And she goes, if you do this, and someone recognizes you, what are you going to say? And I was like, I came up with something really that would get me arrested. And I decided not to do it. And
with his platform, right? So we
yeah,
we
about
got
integrity.
this link. We have someone that would write the letter and say that we work there, which we do. We just don't work in the food capacity. And we were looking at the link, and there were time slots available on different days, not far from us. And then I just thought, with this platform, with everything he preaches and everything, if you get busted taking shots before elderly sick people,
that's not what a good friend of
screwed.
ours said. We talked about a friend of ours,
Wendy.
and a good friend of ours said, "I don't want that karma in my life," and that hit me. That hit me in the heart. Like
I was like, "Damn you,
yeah,
Wendy!"
Right? Yeah. Why you got to be all good and stuff?
Yeah,
Why you got to be all
did.
Gandhi on all of us, jerk?
Wendy has a way sometimes of snapping me back where I'm like, oh, right. I had started to go down the rabbit hole and justification. It's to save my life. It's to bring income into the household
Right.
again. It's to blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not in integrity. So here we are, unvaccinated.
All three of us.
Still not working.
What? I'm good. That's nothing. No, we stayed away from
Well,
everybody.
hooray. I traveled. I went to the South, and it turns out I'm not sick, or else I'm asymptomatic.
But you were really on top of it, though. You like
Yeah, you went to ground zero.
You weren't?
I mean, I'm as on top of it as you can be, surrounded by people who,
Don't give a shit.
yeah, I mean, so there are real situations where I just thought, holy crap, looking around and I'm the only one. And we ate dinner, my sister and I ate dinner with my cousin Sally, and well, you know this, and we were alone and far off, and it was early, and the guy that owns it, my cousin, knows, and he comes to sit down, and I instantly moved my chair like far, he was over there, and put my mask on, and my sister did too. Like, I'm
Good.
sorry, I'm not gonna worry about offending you during
Right.
a pandemic. And I said to my sister, I said, I can't take this home. I said, you'll see soon what it's like to have an older husband, but you really have to be on top of your game.
Wow. You have an older husband?
You got to be on top of your game. You got to make sure he's getting his fiber and his vitamin D3 and
You
his
gotta crack
vitamin
that
C.
Ensure. You can put a little vodka in the Ensure, but you give him Ensure and vodka.
Vodka's fine. It helps him have his movement every day. You got to be on top of it.
It's all about function. Systems functioning. That's all you got to do. Was it? You get to an age.
Is life, people. That's all I have to say
What just happened?
when you have an older husband.
Wow.
Poop is life. Poop is life. Poop is life.
Older husband. That's
is
the most fucked up thing that
I
she's
need a
ever.
shirt that says "poop is life." A vegan chick, chef, sent that like in a dead serious email to me with recipes. You know, the one.
For poop?
And the title of her blog was "Poop is Life," and I just was like, after I giggled for 5 minutes like a small child.
Do you know what's weird is I noticed when we went up north of the cabin. If you sometimes you walk in, even in Northern California, in the Central Valley, which is more redneck, I think redneck California, people walking in without mask or walking and they're looking at you like you're an idiot.
Yes,
I'm
like they want to fight.
yeah, like you're an asshole for wearing a mask. I'm saving you, bro. What if I have?
We say this repeatedly. People think California, you left coast liberals.
God
Oh,
damn.
no.
You don't need to make a
just
goddamn political
drive,
statement.
Start at Bakersfield, which is 90 miles.
Bakersfield, go north up 5.
And keep going through,
go 99,
which
yeah.
is all farm country, and then all the way up to where our cabin is. It is. There's no either they're not in masks or the masks are here. Everyone had their mask here.
Yeah, what is the dumb of under your nose? Hey, that hole puts out virus, you dipshit. What are people doing? Like, I don't understand. And then there was a guy, this happened on Twitter. There was a guy, it was a big deal. And he was talking, he was a truck driver. And he was saying that I was a conspiracy guy. He goes, I knew this was a pandemic. I knew it didn't work. And then the next picture of him is him happy with his wife. The next picture is he's on a ventilator, things up his nose. And he goes, I'm over it now, but I cannot breathe or walk without supplemental oxygen.
Forever.
He's done.
Wow.
It's scarred his lungs that bad. He's done.
Wow.
And that's what people don't get. That's why people are like, Titus, you're being a pussy. Am I? Because guess what? One of the things that people are getting is brain fog, which I don't even know what that is, but I don't want, do you just hear this? I got brain fog. That's all I hear. So
Is that like a foghorn?
just laugh. Let it go. Don't hide the laugh. That was funny. and I don't want to be on stage.
Yeah.
And if I get this and that happens to me, I'm done with comedy.
You had like a quarter teaspoon of wine one time when we were in Pleasanton, and then you went on stage and you were
unraveled.
Yes, you were a mess. I mean, you pulled off a great show, but I was watching you like, what is, you would lose your plate. Yeah, and you got off stage and you were like, I'm never doing that again. I know I can't do that. I'm never. I mean, he had the smallest amount, but he has to be like.
Needs to be tack sharp.
Yeah.
Well, also, you know how fast I talk.
Yeah.
And like everything, and the way I write jokes, they have to be. And if I have a tiny bit of alcohol before stage, I'm done. There's no point.
Then your timing, you feel like your timing's off, and you're like, oh, I lost my train of thought.
I don't think. I know it is.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on. And I'm losing my place. I try to write shows that and it's telling a story. Could you imagine, like, if you had to remember a play and go on stage with a little bit of alcohol in you? You're you know, some. I now the other side of it is I know comics, and you saw them when you were on the clubs, would get fucking pounded before they went on stage, and they would pull it off. I always wonder if those guys were sober, because I never saw those guys being sober on stage. I wonder if they would be better on stage sober, because some of them swore they wouldn't be, but someone said that there's a couple comics, I'm not going to name them, who had liver issues. And I mean, this guy drank, he had to have alcohol before on the stage, had liver issues. His doctor said, you will die.
Yeah.
So he stopped drinking, and then there was 2 years where I would ask the clubs.
Yeah.
I would ask the clubs, I go, how's he doing? They go, he ain't what he used to be. And then 2 years later,
he's genius.
He's genius, back to where he was. He just had to clear it and get his timing.
Part of
back.
his persona was the drinking.
Yeah, and he did it. So I just can't. I just can't do it. I won't do it. So I don't want brain fog.
He doesn't want that. We were listening to long hauler stories on the podcast last night.
Woman 36
when we
years
were
old.
driving back and had to change a tire. Didn't fool you because you changed his shirt and I'm in the same one, did we?
If you saw the podcast last couple days ago,
if you're listening, I'm in a different shirt than last week.
What?
I grew a beard. This is
Long
new.
haulers.
I changed my shirt because
People
I care.
that have 10 months later now. A lady developed. She's got asthma now. She has to have an inhaler. She's building up. She's a preschool teacher, daycare person that is outside chasing kids and now is on an elliptical trying to build up, has finally built up from 1 minute to 15 minutes.
Her
this
son,
is an active
her daughter,
person.
Her daughter's 18.
Yep.
She's still having problems. And so when these people with don't wear masks, and can I just say to Texas and Mississippi, fuck you. You governors, are you serious? So
well, no, just say that to the governors, not to the people.
that's what I'm saying. Just to the governors of Texas, Mississippi, are you stupid as shit? And to Ron DeSantis, what the fuck? Like, how do you just go, your job is to lead the people, to protect the people. You took an oath to protect the people. Yeah. And all you're doing is getting more killed because tax revenue? Because a buddy of yours owns a barbecue restaurant? What are you doing? I'm really mad about it. And Tate Reeves, listen, man, I've never seen a guy that looks more
Mississippi. He looks really, I lived down there, and you said, how does someone that looks like that get elected? And I said, that is the look. That guy, I knew
the Jared
that
from
guy.
Subway.
Yes, it's
right.
it's the frat guy that
Doughy.
drank too much, and he wears saddle shoes and pleated khakis, and that's the look. They are everywhere there. He definitely fits into a massive group of people that I was around a lot when I was growing up.
But we're a year into this now. We all know it's not a hoax. It's not a pandemic.
Do we all know?
It does kill people. No, you're right. So as I said in an earlier Armageddon update, 500,000 people just went into witness protection. Yeah, they're just hiding they're in a basement somewhere going, shh. when we get out of here, it's gonna blow people's minds.
They died of other causes, and people wrote down COVID-19.
I had a buddy of mine who's a doctor who said that. He said, what were their comorbidities? And I'm like, what? And he goes, well, they had something else. COVID didn't kill them because they had something with their liver or something with their lungs already, and then they got COVID. So COVID didn't kill them. You just said because they got, and I remember being so angry that when did we become this society that doesn't give a flying fuck about facts anymore? When did we just? When did we just throw it all aside and go, well, you know what? I blame social media.
When did Real World start?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I blame social media.
MySpace.
My opinion is my opinion, and it is just as important as your facts. No, not even close. Now, my facts actually are facts that can be backed up and proven over and over again. Your opinion is what you believe in your head, and you also think Harry Potter is real. So shut up.
He is real.
Oh, my God.
Bite your tongue.
Yeah, just because I ran
You
into the pillar at the
limp-wristed
train
pussy.
station, I didn't go to that other world, don't mean it don't exist. Really?
You got hit by the wall.
yeah. I ran right into that pillar. Someone said it was the wrong pillar. Yeah.
It's the mask thing, though.
Platform 9.5. Shit.
You know what, though? This mask thing was really propagated by Trump by refusing to wear a mask. And this is something we haven't talked about yet, but we have now found out that he and Melania were vaccinated in the White House in January, and he didn't tell anyone.
Right.
They kept it a secret. And why would they keep it a secret? Except that he cares more about his fake tough guy image
optics.
than people's lives. So here's what you have to think. He knows that it's serious and deadly enough. We also found out in the same week that his oxygen, his O2 sat, dropped to the low 80s, which under 90 is crazy.
Did they actually put you on a ventilator?
I'm surprised his oxygen
they
was...
were sending him to Walter Reed because they wanted him to go on a ventilator. That it was dire. And he's so concerned with how he looks, like this fake macho image thing, that none of us think he looks macho. I mean,
No,
there's
he's not,
nothing
never.
far. Kitten heels and a girdle. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's not
The
macho.
diaper alone.
How about the makeup?
Thank you.
Right.
Or the
How about
cat
this?
piss cotton candy.
Woo! How about swirly?
But he could have saved so many lives. And this mask thing, he made it political. He said, if you wear a mask, you hate Trump, because he always speaks about himself in third person. And so now you have people, mostly I'm related to, that say phrases like limp-wristed men that wear masks. That's the description of a man that wears a mask all over Facebook if you're related to me.
Which is really funny because everything we've learned about heroes and strong men is they protect others,
protective.
right? And the mask is not because you're worried about it's because so you don't blow it out and get somebody else because you may be asymptomatic.
Yep.
You're actually a super pussy if you don't wear a mask because you actually think that you look like a pussy. Now, if you're so concerned of looking like a pussy, usually that's because you're a pussy.
Yes.
That's what I come to find. I'm not concerned about it. I'm like, oh wait, I can get sick if I don't wear this, or you can get sick if I'll wear it. And I am
men that aren't comfortable enough in their own skin to wear a 4-inch piece of fabric over their face are not men. You actually are a pussy. You've told us that.
Yeah, and you've also proven your intelligence.
We were in Northern California, in Sonora.
Yep.
And where were we? We were going around and we were discussing how the IQ of the people
an intelligence
and
test.
overall the town when you go and see who's wearing a mask and not and how they're wearing it. And you don't, it's unwittingly, like you just go, oh shit, I'm in a
dumb guy,
redneck town.
dumb guy. Oh, those people are cool. Dumb guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have basically we have a visual intelligence test every day in America now.
Yeah.
In New Zealand,
said that. I thought that was really interesting.
New Zealand, by the way, wins. They cured it instantly. Everyone got on board. They stopped. New Zealand wins. We are still fighting it in a way that's stunning to me. And then this guy, and then there's other people who like have it around their
like a chin strap.
Why? Yeah. Why even?
That's the ass crack on your face.
Yeah, it's passive aggressive. It's you say I have to, so there it is. What are you going to do about it? And these poor people that are working in restaurants and in TJ Maxx and stores, and they're trying to say, hi, you have to wear your mask. That's our
They're
policy.
actually-
And getting attacked.
Yeah, there was a fight in Bed Bath & Beyond. Did you see that?
Yeah.
A bunch of women just started duking it.
Because of the...
Because
Did you see the guy
fat, cocky women came in and didn't want to wear a mask, and a girl asked them to put their mask on. It's policy.
They told her fuck off, and then
This
started
Governor
swinging.
Abbott in Texas has actually really disempowered businesses because now it's up to them. A guy was saying today to enforce a mask mandate in their own business because they're not going to go by what dipshit says, and they're trying to keep their staff safe and their customers safe. And now they've got people coming in, starting brawls, threatening to report them, it's crazy because now the governor has said you don't have to wear a mask. So if a business tries to say, we want to keep our people safe, you have to wear a mask, they're getting attacked and assaulted.
Yeah, you can't even go, you're the manager of an Applebee's trying to save everybody's life. So people come in, no one's wearing a mask, you have to wear a mask, it's our policy. The government said I don't have to wear, fuck you. So now, and in Texas, by the way, most Texans really good about following rules and not being arrogant and obnoxious. They're really. I've worked Texas a lot, and just to be clear, I love Texas. The clubs are awesome. The people there are great. But there's another level of Texas that if you tell them what to do, fuck you, I'll do what I want to do.
Well,
and
with
those,
the shotgun.
and so now you've put this guy who manages a fucking Applebee's in charge of having to fight two guys who want to come in for dinner, and they're going to do it no matter what. And
there
Why
is
would
a
he put-
subsect of people in Texas. I lived there for a long time that we all were tired of, even back then.
They're just a subset. There's a subset of people everywhere. We have them in California too. Not to just beat up Texas. We have Arizona. We have them everywhere.
But in Texas, when I lived there, there is a group of people that has a very different way of thinking. That I always want to say, I'm here from the future. Whenever we go there.
We have things. Watch my phone. See that? Oh wait, this is
not
vegetables.
magic.
These are
Watch
vegetables.
racism. It's gone. Yeah.
But just to not call out Texas, and again, Texas, apologies just for everybody in
I
Texas.
don't apologize. I lived there a long time.
Not to the subset. Fuck you guys, but to
Yeah.
everybody else in Texas who's cool and has
sorry
moved there
you
for
have to
tech.
deal with this
Well,
subset.
yeah, same with Florida. But there was three women in a cab, in an Uber in San Francisco yesterday, and this guy's locked in his car. He's trying to make a living carrying people around during the worst pandemic in 100 years, and he goes, "Put on your mask," and this bitch just starts screaming at him. And she's like, "Fuck you." Then she reaches over the thing, grabs his phone, starts doing it, takes his mask off, pulls the mask, and then coughs on him.
No
Yeah,
shit.
it
And
was
so,
crazy. What
so here's the thing I know about me. This guy, I don't know how he handled it the way he handled it. He told him to get out of the car. They told him to fuck off. He wouldn't do it. It's a big fight going on. You can look at the video on Twitter. I'd be in jail right now. I would be in jail. I would be in jail. You're assaulting me.
I really need to hear, what is the reason? If anybody doesn't want to wear their mask, put it in a comment. What is your fucking reason? Why,
I'm related to
then
them,
take a
so I
take a
could
shirt
tell
off.
you.
Yeah, okay. You okay?
Government control. Government
But-
deciding things for us, which is socialism.
Then walk around with your fucking pants off then.
There you go.
What's the
No
difference?
shoes, no service. Fuck you. I'm naked as shit. I want my
freedoms.
chimichanga. I want my chimichanga. yeah. And you quit
We don't
looking
wanna
at my
see your chimichanga.
I won't. Boom. Sorry. I call it a gordita.
No, you don't want to add "ita" to
call them-
anything. I don't know if you know, but in Spanish, that means little one.
I was going to say. I call it a bean.
Well, it is my gordita.
You
That's how I
want to
can be
call
naked
it
and no
your
one's really that
gordo,
offended.
not your gordita.
Sorry. I need to learn Spanish more.
Okay. Speaking of burritos, one of his favorite things to put on burritos is truff. Truff is, look how excited he just got. He didn't know I was going to do that. I am so tired. I want to talk to the people at Truff right now. I feel like I need to start a
group
support
there?
group
Support group,
for
of addicts.
people
Yeah, I'm in.
that know
What?
about you people.
No, maybe you could help us
That
because
of people that cook things and spend time and making them taste good and seasoning, and then this asshole, like at the
I see where you're
cabin
going.
day before yesterday, goes truff. That's what he said to me when I handed him his plate. He was sitting on the couch and he goes, truff.
That's like the new, get in the kitchen and get me some truff.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I got up and got it.
Yeah, he got up and got it because I was like, biatch.
There's a clock on the stove, and then the truff is next to it.
So let me be clear. So I haven't had.
Please.
I'm a hot sauce fan.
Yeah.
I haven't had hot sauce that I could put on almost anything.
Almost is not even
And
a
it makes
modifier
it.
here. You put it on everything.
We had quiche one morning. It takes every time I have truff, it takes the food up to another level. You know,
That was
it
a very
just-
white sentence. We had quiches.
Well, 'cause you
for
didn't-
breakfast with an arugula salad. I shaved Parmesan and squeezed some lemon, and we
went to the refrigerator and I bought the truffle and I just
truffle.
drizzled it on. It was excellent. Took it to a whole nother level. What else? French fries? You love it in French
That's
fries.
my
Say,
favorite.
Say what you will, but you can.
The white truff on French fries, all of them on French fries, but that white one on French fries is my favorite. I don't know why.
And the super hot sauce, like when I get the tacos from it takes these normal.
put the really
It'll
hot
take
one.
normal street tacos up to a whole other level. Sorry,
Is that the super hot
The
one
red
that you guys
one.
just gave? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, that was great.
Was
It's, I know, right? Like,
He went through. This is the second. He's gone through a second bottle already. We're done.
but okay, wait, you just got 2 more. So did you?
oh no, I didn't go through the second bottle.
Okay, because that was
No,
a
that's-
week ago.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
gone through 2. He's got a third bottle.
Yeah, third
He's
bottle.
done 2 already. That's about.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You did the red one, the hotter one first, and now you've
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
black one left.
Yeah, the black one's left. Yeah. Is that the hottest one?
No, the red one
the red
was.
Oh, that was okay.
Are you
Black-
That was good
serious?
too.
Black one's
Yeah.
really.
You don't think that that's crazy hot?
I think
like
the
it was
black one's
fine?
got a little more truffle taste to it. It's really good. So, guys, I know. Wow, I can't believe we stopped doing the
I'm
ad and just
confused.
started talking about food. Well, that's serious. Burgers. My burger from Hugo's. Everything I put it on, even let's say this, it's a little bit on my plate and it brushes my asparagus.
That's exactly what I do.
My asparagus, it's okay. You got a little bit of truffle on you. It's good.
Now I like the broccoli that I make.
Exactly.
Broccoli's terrible,
Say
but-
what you will.
Broccoli's awesome.
You need some therapy.
You need to stop
actually
waggling
join-
that finger
I'm waggling
in my
it
direction because you're
this
going to
is-
lose it.
I am very happy with the truff. Thank
Okay.
you.
You are using it on everything as well?
Yeah. Everything. 100%.
Thank you. Thank you.
I put it in water. I put it in on my toothbrush.
Exactly.
I put it on mouthwash.
Interesting that it's been named one of Oprah's favorite things for 2 years in a row, and that's certainly having its day in the sun now with Oprah's new interview from the podcast last hour ago. Also, it's made in SoCal, so that's awesome. Kind of love that. Vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO. Yeah, it's a hometown product.
Oh, that's even better. I like it. But it's the best hot sauce I've ever had. I've in the past, whatever hot sauce I had in the refrigerator, I just didn't think about it. Whenever I have food now, I go, stop. I don't, you notice me do this. I don't eat. I go to the refrigerator.
Do you know what we should do? Truff. Okay, when we get back to work, and
Yep.
we're working Irvine
Right.
or Ontario, but Irvine has an umami burger attached to it, the Irvine Comedy Club, improv. We should do a Titus truff night, like a Thursday night or the Sunday night, because they've got the little bottles of the black truffle one.
idea.
And with your ticket, you get that. And then they can use it on their burgers and fries, and it's a Titus truff
There
night.
you go.
Okay, we haven't planned this yet, but it's a good idea.
Thank
It's
you.
not. Don't look for it yet, but we'll.
I'm looking. I'm planning it. Let's do this. You can get 15% off site-wide everything. We have been told
felt like we were
that
just-
they have gallon sizes of truff that you can get now, which obviously you need. Plus, so 15%.
No.
They
No,
have
he needs
truffle
he need-
mayonnaise
He needs like
too.
you could turn it upside down in a water container, like a water thing.
I know.
Like a water cooler.
He's like, no, we just need
Like
to
a
make
beer
him
tap.
like a hamster.
Yeah.
15% off site-wide, mayonnaise, pasta sauce, everything. Plus free shipping with promo code Titus at truff.com. That's 15% off plus free shipping on everything on their site, truff.com, TRUFF
That
as in
pasta-
fantastic.com.
Say it again because I didn't interrupt you.
Promo code Titus.
That pasta sauce took that Costco pasta up to a whole. I'm just saying I've never had a gourmet hot sauce that actually made food better than my favorite food better than I already did.
And you can not just put it on top, but
We're
you
still
can
talking about it.
mix it in. Like I've
guys
grilled it
need-
with like.
Larry,
You guys
we're
need-
gonna have to go out. Truff night.
You guys need help, both of you.
We have help, Truff. Thank you.
Yeah,
I like when I first said we need a support group, I meant for me, and then you guys were like, yeah, for people that are addicted.
Then we
Yeah,
are addicted
We
to
need-
truff.
We need to meet other people that feel the same.
My name is Ken, and I.
More more good news today. Merrick Garland was made Attorney General, which is really funny because Mitch McConnell voted for him. Now, if you guys remember,
did he? I told you he would.
I know.
I called it.
Interesting. So you guys remember that Mitch McConnell stopped Merrick Garland, and Merrick Garland's one of the most respected judges in the entire United States. Every attorney, everything I've read about him, they say. One guy, I said this before. One guy said, one attorney said, if Merrick Garland. He'd presented a case in front of him 3 times. If Merrick Garland says, you got this wrong, you got this wrong. And so now, but then Mitch McConnell, a couple years ago, when Obama wanted to put him on the Supreme Court, stopped the nomination, said, nope, within the year of the last year of a presidency, you can't. And then he put any crusty butt plug up 6 weeks before the end of the thing. Well, today, Merrick Garland, who I'm sure doesn't carry a grudge. Nice guy. Not like me at all. Me or you. 3 of us. You stop me for the Supreme Court, and then I get to be Attorney General. You should probably get an orange jumpsuit, bro.
His wife, Elaine Chao,
McConnell's wife.
McConnell's wife has very serious allegations against her, and
case is still
Trump's DOJ declined to prosecute very serious evidentiary allegations.
Yes.
And they declined to prosecute, but the case was never closed. And now we're going to have a new attorney general. And so I said, I bet you McConnell votes for him, especially if he knows his vote won't make a difference either way, but just a little like, hey, we're buddies, we're bros.
Hey, man, you're the whole Supreme Court thing. The whole Supreme Court thing, I just want you to know that I just thought you'd be better as attorney general.
McConnell trying to be cool, like we're bros, like yo man.
All right.
It's hard.
Yeah. Yo, Mayor, what's up? Yo, Mayor. I just want to say that we in Kentucky think you are awesome, and you like Christmas because you're Garland. Get it? Just want you to know that my wife is Asian, and I love her dearly. And I don't want to have to visit her in prison, bro.
Mayor.
Mayor.
Oh.
He calls him. McConnell calls him Mayor. How's it going, Mayor?
No.
He's so he voted for him, which is such a bizarre. Someone pointed out, like, there's no deeper irony than him stopping him from being on the Supreme Court and then just voting for him to be Attorney General. But you're right, 70 out of 100 senators voted to confirm him.
Oh, they did. So
which is the highest bipartisan vote ever. I think a lot of it has to do with guys going, oh, we are part of the insurrection. Oh, shit, right. We should vote for bro here. Josh Hawley is going to be looked into. They're already looking into text communications from everybody in Congress.
What's the deal with Boebert? So did she give tours to people that were part of the insurrection?
So here's what I think about that. I think, and I said this, remember I said at the beginning once Biden got elected, I go, it's going to take 6 months, but this will all unravel. And they're going to be, Biden plays everything close to the vest and he under promises and over delivers, as we can see with the stuff. And that's why I really love this guy so far. You know, say what you will. You got 42 years of legislative experience. You know how the shit works. You were VP for 8 years. Okay. In this shithole, we need that guy. Yeah. And, you know, so if you like him or not, we need that guy. I think what's going to happen is we're not hearing she didn't, and we're not hearing she did. Because I think, oh my God, so sorry. Because I think what happened is, I think they're going to let it out. I think they know she did it. I think they know Hawley's involved, and I think what's going to happen is my prediction is this. It's going to go fucking sideways for these guys, but it's going to take about 2 months.
It was starting to have a little more recognition again on social media this week. There was a trending hashtag jail for Boebert or Boebert for jail or prison or something like that. And I just thought, and I saw people talking about her giving tours. So I thought, wait, it's kind of rising up again.
And Marjorie Trader Green.
Oh, you wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, it was a hashtag that was put out, and I thought, I'm calling her that from now on. So you got Marjorie Trader Green, you got Hawley, you got Cruz. And if you notice, these guys got kind of quiet. And Hawley, and during Hawley was awesome. They're interviewing Merrick Garland. He's like, so do you think you're going to look into the communications and get the metadata from the social media sites regarding he goes, yeah, the first thing Merrick Garland, first thing we're going to do is look into the January 6th insurrection. All right, then.
Shit.
Yeah. You can
Well,
hear-
it was a great moment when
oh shit was implied, but
when he asked him about defunding the police, and he said, however he said it, but it was along the lines of, I clearly don't support that or think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially in light of what happened to our police at the Capitol on January 6th. It was kind of like a, mic drop moment.
Looking right at Holly. And you got to remember, Merrick Garland he's at the appellate court that's just below the Supreme Court. He's been there for years. He's not intimidated. He's a calm dude. And honestly, the great thing about Merrick Garland is if they did this shit, they're going to get arrested unless Biden stops it.
Well, Trump just this week lost his Second Circuit Court of Appeals. It was his final case that's out there.
Yep.
That one was Wisconsin, right?
I don't know I think it was Michigan.
I think it was Wisconsin. And it was the
one of those
final
states where they
one.
talk like that.
And it was just a big nope. And
They
was
wouldn't
a
look at it.
Trump appointee that declined and wrote the statement, and then 3 Republican judges, Trump appointee, George H. Bush appointee, and Reagan appointee, all wrote this decision saying, nah, bro, you
So
can't.
it's a definite no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
good.
By the way, and we're your bros. And you're still an
Yeah,
asshole.
you're still.
And it was
You know
based
what,
on
you're out.
merit, which they've all been saying, everyone's been saying that no case has been dismissed on merit. And they wrote in this statement, this decision, that it was actually, you just suck, bro. And we did follow the law, and the law's been followed, and you can bite me, I think was actually the end of the
I wonder what kind of chaos is going to ensue if this happens, or what kind of chaos is going to happen when they arrest, if they find out that Cruz, Hawley, Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, if these guys were these are guys who've been, Roger Stone and Steve Bannon got pardoned. Okay, they got pardoned for their crimes. These are post-president. These are post-election crimes. So Trump had no power. If all these guys are found, Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, to have actually supported the insurrection, been in contact with the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, do they arrest them all at once? Is it like a weird? Is it like a Scorsese movie where like everybody
like a montage of everybody
just
doors getting kicked in?
Like what happened?
And
then
SWAT team through the window.
Like what kind of chaos ensues for the side to the QAnon people that believe this shit? I mean, what
so
does it
March
start?
3rd passed. Was it 3rd or 4th?
March 4th. We're supposed to
Passed.
Yeah.
He's still not president.
Yeah.
They said he was going to be.
March 4th. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you
Is there a new date?
April 1st. New
April-
date. April
There's a
4th.
new date.
Keep bumming it back.
April Fools. Okay.
Oh. And that's why it didn't happen, because it's April Fool's. It really happened, but they didn't say it happened because April Fool's.
Right. They use March 4th as April Fool's, but really it's April
Gotcha.
Fool's. It, by the way, was a pre-April Fool's joke. And on April Fool's, I hope the guy who plays Q comes out and goes, I was just fucking around. I sold T-shirts.
Yeah. Haha. Gotcha.
Hey, wait. And as I point out to Ray, where we go one, we go all is exactly what sheep do. Yeah. They keep calling us sheep. No, where we go one, we go. That's what sheep do. You're sheep to believe this bullshit. So,
By the way,
won't it fuel a civil war? Wouldn't it
That
fuel?
finger
Won't
back
it?
in your
I'm
box.
in my space. I'm in my area.
It's an aggressively pointed
Well, I'm
finger.
just saying, won't it fuel the insurrection? A civil war? Because what happened is those people be like, oh, they're just arresting all the people that were pro-America.
Probably, because dumb people look.
Are dumb,
it's there. Period. Dumb people be dumb. That's it.
They'd be dumb.
By the way, can we have that T-shirt as a Titus podcast? Dumb
Texas
people be
Attorney
dumb.
General Ken Paxton has just said today that he's going to take legal action against the city of Austin if its Democratic mayor does not end the city's mask mandate and restrictions on businesses. Austin is a much more progressive city, if you've been there,
it's a great place.
than surrounding areas, and they kept the mask mandate, but he's going to sue him if he doesn't.
How can he justify removing a protective measure? That's protective.
It's just a
It doesn't
freaking
fucking
piece
make
of
any
fabric.
sense.
That's what I
not
don't
that,
get.
But Texas is one of these. Texas has talked about secession, states' rights. But the second your own fucking city, you're like, no, we're going to keep the mask.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sue them? Like, how hypocritical is that? We've lost our fucking minds in America, man. And again, I want to thank Meghan Markle and Harry for actually making us feel a tiny bit better.
Yeah.
That the rest of the world is also as fucked up. But
Yes.
but we have just lost our minds. I don't like you said this. What do you get for this? What businesses are open, but then you're going to spike and the hospitals are full again? What do you
But
get?
freedom. What if you want to wear the mask? What if the business is like, we want, that's our freedom. We choose to
wear masks.
To make everyone, that's our right.
That's our First Amendment right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is that they hold up Jesus, don't follow Jesus' teaching.
Nope.
They hold up states' rights, don't let anybody else have rights.
Mm-hmm.
So you do what we want unless we don't want to do it, but no one tells us.
Right.
It's
the hypocrisy is just
we're at peak hypocrisy.
It's frustrating.
But
it
Here
hurts
is
my brain.
why they're charging Trump with racketeering in Georgia.
Oh, we were talking about this yesterday.
We did talk about this a lot. There is another Georgia elections official named Francis Watson that he pressured prior to Christmas to uncover non-existent voter fraud. Here's a direct quote from that recording. "Do you think they'll be working after Christmas to keep it going fast? Because, we have that date of the 6th, which is a very important date."
No shit.
Very important date. 6-minute phone call right before Christmas. She is the investigation supervisor for the Georgia Secretary of State. He pressured her to scrutinize signatures on mail-in ballots, which you can't do once they've been opened, and continuously claiming he won the state by hundreds of thousands of votes. Here's what's interesting is that we now have this recording of him saying he won by hundreds of thousands of votes, but then we have a recording of him with Brad Raffensperger saying that he needed to find 17,000,
we need 800, 1,700.
Whatever it is.
We just need one more than they have.
Wait, bro. I thought it was hundreds of thousands when you talk to Francis. That's how they're going, because racketeering is several incidents, all to achieve a greater criminal goal. And so, this is just starting to come out. This is just
how does this go? So
out.
let's plan how this goes down. All right. So we find out that Boebert, Green, Cruz, Hawley, and there's more people involved. By the way, a Trump guy got arrested. A Trump appointee got arrested today for beating the shit out of cops with a sheet. He took a cop shield and was beating the shit out of cops.
All I have to say is that Antifa is willing to go to any lengths to, for their cause.
They will fake who they stand for. They will get
security clearance.
They will go through the whole process.
Appointed by Trump. They will work in the State Department under Trump.
Wear stupid red hats.
Yeah. This transcript with Francis Watson has just been released. And it's really interesting. It's so very Trump. It's all those little slimy, but you want to keep your job, right? It's that kind of stuff. You love that job,
That's what I heard in the other tape. You're like, wow, you're
little
just
threats.
Bad things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen.
It's all for Fulton County. Wow. And then, you got to read this. Anyway, this just got released.
If you're listening right now and not watching this, Bombshell is smiling really big, which means Bombshell is she's a criminal justice major. She has a mind for crime, and the smile. You actually do. You know how to
for spotting it. Not for
exactly.
Committing it.
Exactly. It's all encompassing. Trust me.
It's all one.
He actually, here's one. It's 3 sentences, but one part. Stacey Abrams, really, really terrible. Just a terrible thing.
Is this a tweet or is this
right? It sounds like his tweets where you're like, those aren't real sentences and that's not how you speak. He hates Stacey Abrams. Terrible thing that she got people legally registered to vote that have never voted before. Mostly terrible because they're black and brown. And those people we should instate laws so that they can't vote. Yeah, exactly.
There was something on last night. And by the way, all good news. Today was good news. I don't want to go down the dark path because today is good news. We've got the COVID will pass. We've got we've got a third vaccine out now. We've also got Merrick Garland is now. We have got a real honest human being running justice in America now. The corruption will be weeded out, but I think to take all these fuckers down, I think the only way it works is if you do it all in one day.
You think so?
I think if you spread it out, well, I don't know. I get maybe not. Here's my thinking.
Okay, let's pause for a moment to tell you in that thought that this episode was brought to you by ButcherBox.com. This is like one of those commercials where you have to tune in after the commercial to hear what he thinks about how these criminals should be taken down. ButcherBox, company that we use, we use at the cabin. Love this company. Grandma loves this company. My dad loves this company.
Grandma loves the company so much she will steal meat
Yeah,
from our
that's-
house and try to fly across the country with the meat.
That's not, that's what she does. She did do that. Oh, you got meat in the mail? She was very like,
That means I can also transport it. No.
it's vacuum sealed and they have it on dry ice. And you
She's
know
sticking
what?
it down a big trench coat. She's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what? I
Ma'am,
just
can you take the
remembered-
roast out of your coat, please?
We
Put it
had
to the
someone
scanner.
write in and thank us for recommending ButcherBox that lives in Texas, lived there during this power outage and water pipe bursting situation, and said, thank you for recommending this company. Their customer service is so awesome. So she ordered,
There you go.
and it sat in the warehouse. Because even I had that experience when I was at grandma's that FedEx just shut down because of the weather.
The weather, right.
And so she called because it then became over the weekend and called ButcherBox. And apparently they were really cool. Of course, we are immediately sending out another box. It was her first time using them. And, but when that box gets there, if it's still good, let us know, whatever. And the box came like 4 days later and it was still frozen.
That dry as a packet, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's just good. Again, we never, all of our advertisers, we don't use any bad companies, but when a company has a good product and customer service, I'm stoked.
Well, that was because we
That's half of it.
certainly have had great experience with their customer service, but hearing other people, usually we just hear how much people love the product, but that was a really cool thing. Like, of course we're going to replace it and make it right. And then it shows up in perfect condition anyway, because they take so much care in packing it and stuff. So
And then the larceny part of me goes, hope the second box shows up.
no. All meat is free of antibiotics and added hormones. Each box has about 10 pounds of meat, which is crazy. Packed fresh, shipped frozen. Now you know that's the truth. And you can customize or go with one of their pre-selected boxes. I customize. Their things change. We've talked about that. Seafood comes in, and salmon and scallops.
Yeah, once you get on ButcherBox, please keep checking back because sometimes they have like lobster. Every once in a while something goes on and it gets like that.
In the beginning, it was not as many things, and now it's crazy. It's like a meat extravaganza, like a meat
yeah.
Christmas. It is. There's so many things that you just click and drag them in. Anyway, humanely raised, love that too. So, and it's high quality. So that's one of my favorite things about it. Free shipping nationwide, except Alaska and and Hawaii.
Hawaii. Hey!
My grandma Pettigrew used to say Hawaii. We went to Hawaii on vacation. So I read the word
Sounds so
and kind
friendly.
of had this whole... My brother and my favorite joke was, I'm fine, how are you? Every time she would say that, and she never got it, and we thought it was hilarious. It's Hawaii. So... whatever. Anyway, right now,
You get loopy,
ButcherBox.
it was a long drive last night.
It was a long drive. I didn't sleep all the way last night, and this is our second podcast back to back. Right now, ButcherBox is offering new members ground beef. Don't cut that out. Same day. Can't cut it. They're offering new members ground beef for life. So the entire life of your subscription with them. That's 2 pounds of ground beef in every box for the life of their subscription. ButcherBox.com/Titus. ButcherBox.com/Titus. That's crazy.
And
Some
you
of
know
these
the way
deals are
they
insane.
do the meat. I like to say that. What I really like about it is that the meat is the best. They can do it grass fed, hormone free. I mean, I like it.
It's grass-fed and finished beef is what it is. Free-range organic chicken, heritage pork, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, and sugar nitrate-free bacon. No added hormones.
That's what
so
I'm
you
talking
couldn't
about.
say a meat was hormone-free because it's
No
It
added
wouldn't be meat.
yeah.
We also don't know what those cows are doing.
Sometimes you say
The guys are like,
sometimes you say things in ads that I have on a piece of
That's
paper
what I
that they're
meant.
like, don't say that. And every time, and I'm like, no.
that's what I meant though. Like no added hormones. They don't inject their meat with any extra hormones.
Yeah, no growth
Correct.
hormones in
That's
it.
what
Thank
No,
God,
that's
which
what I
is
stuff.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I know when you think about like the stories you see, and the ButcherBox is so good because when you see, it's amazing. There's just since regulations got better over the years, except when the Republic was in and they cut them. If you look back at what we used to eat,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God, I'm glad we finally got smarter about it.
What do you mean?
Just I mean, I remember it was as a kid watching like 60 Minutes, and they were talking about it, and they were showed a bunch of chickens in a tiny little cage.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh,
I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to eat that anymore. But Butcher Box clears that up. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant. Never
We used to
mind.
eat asbestos sandwiches and
I hated that. Remember that?
lead juice.
Ceiling tile casserole.
Do you
That was horrible.
Do you remember Hungry Man TV dinners?
Yes.
Do you remember those? They were the flat foil
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
top.
Of course.
Yeah.
And if you look back, it was like slop. But I think because TV dinners were so new that everyone was like, "This is revolutionary," and it was all gray and weird meat
Yep.
and stuff.
The meat
Except
was like
for the
a
one, and then that weird dessert apple thing that
There
was
was
in the
always a
middle. That was
Yeah.
it got too crusty on the edges. You had to dig
Ugh.
it out.
My mom wouldn't let me eat.
It was like a sole of a shoe. The meat piece was like
the meat was always gray with like this brown thin gravy.
So my father and
sauce
I,
stuff.
my dad had gotten divorced. Shannon's mom had left, and we had the rubber raft for a couch. We had 2 TV trays, and we would sit and watch Hogan's Heroes on a 12 black and white television and eat those dinners.
it's called hungry person now. They don't
Yeah,
call
exactly.
it that
Yeah,
anymore.
Yes.
exactly.
They go-
Yes.
It's on
No,
the
it's actually called food insecure person. That's
they-
that's how you have to get it. I'm food insecure. Did you give your food insecure dinner? I did. It was quite good.
They have started saying food insecure. That is a whole next level.
And so we bitch about Orwellian shit, and then it happens.
I'll be
and,
like,
and we
"No,
just
bitch,
buy
I'm
it.
just hungry."
No, motherfucker.
Yeah, we just changed the titles
they're
of it.
starving.
Yeah, right. Right.
And people
Food
that are
insecure.
starving, the thing is that the people that are actually doing the starving are not going, no, you must call it food insecure. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
the way when you say starving, it's not good. They're like, no, I'm freaking hungry. I need food.
But isn't it funny that someone came up with that, and we're going to say that from now on because they
Food
did a study.
insecure.
Someone did a
Yep,
like a
focus
panel,
group. Yeah.
focus group,
Yep.
where they were like, no, starving. Just no one's going to watch starving. I don't like starving.
Harsh. It is a little
Food
Starving doesn't
insecure.
sell. Okay.
Have you ever said that? You ever said that? Man, I worked my butt off today. I missed lunch. I'm a little food insecure right now. We're a silly society. These human beings are fucking silly. Really? That's what you came up with?
Food insecure. So soft. It doesn't even say what you're saying.
By the way, for a long time before I met Ray, I was sex insecure. I really was.
A new thing that happened is the $1.9 trillion COVID
Stinky
relief
people are
package
deodorant
passed.
insecure. I'm deodorant insecure right now.
I'm ab insecure right now.
As am I. I am ass insecure.
You're not ass insecure.
Thank
You're
you. Boom.
Upper lip insecure a little
Oh
bit.
my God, I am. I love
But
that.
you got little 2 Tootsie Roll Pops, a little Titus butt.
Thank
We are
you.
melanin insecure.
Yep.
I am definitely melanin insecure.
Yep. Anybody? Keep going.
All right.
He's
I'm youth insecure right now.
he's companionship insecure.
That's just insecure.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
just-
right. Oh, right.
Straight
Okay.
insecure. Yeah. I'm straight
Got
insecure.
Okay.
Looking for someone else who's
back
straight
to
insecure.
$1.9 trillion COVID relief package.
Yep.
Passed.
Yep.
Now.
But again, the bullshit and the hypocrisy. So here's what I figured out. Anybody, and they'll screw it up, but any Democrat that runs against a Republican that voted against this, and they all did in the Senate, has so much ammunition. In the last 4 years, all the stuff these guys did and there's a lot of them that decided they're not going to run again. Any Democrat that fucks up running against these guys, it's going to be on them because you have so much ammunition to bury these guys. Really, dude, you voted against getting people food? You
Right.
voted against
How easy is this
helping
to win?
people-
Come
helping
on.
people get their homes? You voted against it? Really? Why? And the thing is, Obama, they got to play into racism. They could obstruct because they got to play into racism. They can't do this with Biden. Biden's been around 42 years. Everybody knows him. President Joe. And what is...
Yeah. Their campaign ads are just going to be like, I shake your hands when I meet people.
Socialism. I got nothing. But if you had socialism, you'd have something.
By the way, if you want to continue on in your QAnon and election fraud thinking, MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is holding a rally for you. It's
Hi, I'm
coming
Mike
up.
Mandel for MyPillow. MyPillow is very well. We use foam that is taken out of many landfills around the country, and we fill the pillow with it. It is a good pillow. Our bed topper has a 10-year warranty, but you have to return it within 3 days. I'm Mike Lindell for MyPillow.
Yep.
And I approve this message.
He is holding a rally on election fraud
God, he's a clown. This guy's such a clown.
tonight
What?
as we're recording this.
After the appellate court just told
Tonight.
him to fuck up.
He's named it the
What
Election Integrity, Faith,
I was
and
gonna say,
Freedom.
what is the rally for?
He's holding it at the Queen Creek Botanical Gardens in Arizona.
Wait, what's the
Nothing
name
but
of
the
it?
best.
What's the name of it again?
Election Integrity, Faith, and Freedom.
It's the Election, Integrity, Faith, and Freedom Anti-Terrorism,
Yeah.
Anti-Terrorism Patriot Organization for Liberty. like, can you add more words, more like hot button words? Anti-abort. No abortions will be held at this meeting.
Antifa? No Antifa?
Oh, Antifa, that's a big one.
Antifa has double ticket price for Antifa. He still wants their money.
The Queen Creek Botanical Gardens are posting all over social media that they are not endorsing the purposes of the rally and that it's actually being held at Pecan Lake, which is right next door. So that's happening.
How bad is your organization, what you stand for, that the people where you're having the meeting are like, hey, fuck, bro, we
And
took the money.
He's going to have Paul Gosar speak.
Oh, good.
And Mindy Robinson and Matt
You can
Couch.
get good meth in Arizona. That's why Gosar is going. Gosar's like, yeah,
Somebody needs to stage an intervention with Paul Gosar. Have you seen this?
No.
I just
He's
I'm going to
got-
vote for.
This is what he does.
Like that. That's how he's on the floor of the Senate.
He's like
the
he's
House
got
House
the junkie, and he's got
he's
junkie
always-
itch and meth mouth, and he's like, and nobody will do anything. They're
His
just
family
letting
did.
him represent
His
a
brothers
state.
and sisters came out against him and
know.
said they did campaign ads for his opponent the last election.
And this isn't like a medical thing that he has? He's
he's
just an addict.
When you
He's on drugs.
when you
Okay.
see him,
If
okay,
you've
look,
been
we
with
don't know.
people on drugs, you know he's on drugs.
based on past experience, our opinion
Yes.
is he would be on drugs.
Based on personal experience,
He's twitchy. The boy's twitchy.
Exhibits behavior as a person that is on
Yes.
some type of speed ish.
Some sort of amphetamine of some sort. We think.
He's on the drugs.
In our opinion, based on experience.
Oh, we've covered all the legal. We're good. Just tried to
Put
dig
this
us out.
disclaimer
Allegedly.
underneath.
Allegedly,
Please note.
most
Asterisk.
likely. Warning: these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA or the National
So we're gonna have to
Drug
go with
Association
the opinions of this podcast or
America.
those of the broadcasters.
He needs an intervention in many ways.
In
Anyway,
our opinion.
what about all of our opinions? We don't say that every time, do we? Hey, from here on out, from this moment forward and backward, everything we say is just our opinion.
Got it.
Thank you.
We're also comedians. I think we have a weird slot, but man, the dude, he's up there talking. There was something he was doing.
It's like a
recently.
velociraptor.
And he was, exactly. And this bill should not. I mean, it's the craziest. And I she was in the bathroom, and I go, Ray, come here, remember? I go, look at this, and he's just.
You know what he needs? Feels. Everybody
There
needs
you go,
feels
little bit
right
of
now.
CBD.
You're killing it.
Little bit.
Paul Gosar, it
Yeah.
would help him out. It would tone it down.
I mean, we all need it right now with everything going on, especially in the last year. Feels.com, another one of our favorite companies. It's premium CBD, keeps your head clear and helps you feel your best. CBD, just go and read about it. But also they have a human support hotline where you don't get a recording. You actually can call someone and talk to them about it.
It's so good, your wife will steal it.
I did steer.
So just took it. I was on my nightstand. I was taking
were
it to help me sleep
sharing.
every night. Sharing. So you have to tell people, could I have some of that? That's how you share. You don't just, I go, what?
No, because that would be borrowing.
No, you
I was
stole.
sharing.
No, you stole it.
No,
It's
share.
not borrowing. You stole my CBD. You took my feels.
Share.
You took it off. It was on my nightstand next to my bed. You just took it. And the next thing I know,
If you died, I would get all of it.
again, we're back
Oh
to.
my God. Oh my
Do you ever notice that the solution is always me dead? Like it seemed last two podcasts. The solution is, hey.
That's because the last two podcasts were in the same 2 hours.
Oh my God!
And maybe
so
that's
you're on a
what's on my
theme.
mind.
Yeah, I don't like. You're not helping it. You're not making the argument any better.
If I die, you would get the remainder of feels left over for you.
So there's hope.
It's in the will. I entrust
we're the only two
my-
people that would view who dies first as a competition. I told him that's what everything's a competition. But on his headstone, I'm going to put "I won." That's all it's going to say. Those are going to be my last words to him as he's, and I'll just go, "I won," and then dead.
He's like,
Then on my headstone, you have to put she won.
Knowing you would sit up and go, "No, you didn't." You would stay alive.
come back.
Yeah, of course.
From this-
Him? Are you kidding?
I left the light. Fuck you. Light my ass. At least I know where I'm going now. But I'm staying.
Go online, read about CBD. Really, really, really has a lot of health benefits. You guys know that I've been a big backer of this for a long time. It's natural, healthy, better way to feel better. Comes to your doorstep. See, already takes anxiety away because you don't have to go get it. Easy to take, couple drops within a few minutes. You'll notice the difference. It reduces stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness, which I
It also
certainly
does.
have all of.
They found I think years ago again. I bring this up every time because it was stunning to watch. I became a believer when Sanjay Gupta, who's a doctor, did this study on this kid in Colorado that was having seizures, and they got her on pure CBD oil, and the kid
was crazy.
stopped having seizures, and then they had to move. No, they moved to Colorado.
Yeah,
they
because
moved
that was the only place they could get it at
yeah,
the time.
and now it's legal. But you guys, I'm telling you this stuff. It's again, it's not one of those things where you're like, there's no high. You just notice about a half an hour later, I don't have that weird stress thing. It's gone. That's what I love about it.
And it's all natural too, so there's no high, hangover, or addiction. You just join the Feels community to get Feels delivered to your door every month. You can save money on every order when you join, and you can pause it at any time. You can become a member and get 50% off of your first order. That's half off of your first order by becoming a member. All you have to do is go to feels.com/Titus, 50% off your first order and free shipping, feals.com/Titus to become a member. Half off your first order. It's a killer deal and free shipping.
Good.
Nice.
It is a
Another
really
good
great company.
I want to be happy about the good news. I really want to be happy about it. We have to point it out when it happens. And Champ and Major. That was some bad news.
Oh, the bite.
They're coming back,
I heard
though.
about that.
So what happened? So what it was?
They're coming back.
Yeah, but what happened exactly? He
bit a White House security person. It was Major, the younger dog. You know, it's like someone was saying on Twitter, dogs have feelings too. And
they really feed off you.
And they do. And they get stressed and they feel protective and they get defensive. And this is a whole new situation for them. And originally they were saying that they were being sent away. They were going back to Delaware to live, which I was like,
Is that code for putting them down?
But the dogs, they got a job downstate.
They go to
Major
permanent
and
Camp David.
Yeah, exactly. The dogs are going to Delaware. Everybody calm
Well,
down.
I was upset because as
can ride 'em.
someone who has an older dog and has had an older dog before, how can you, like, Champ is 13, which is very old for a German Shepherd, like really old for a bigger dog, and he's not gonna be with him in the last, time of his life. Like, I was like, no. And then Jen Psaki came out and said that they would be back soon.
So it's a younger dog that had this happen, right?
Yes.
So here's what people don't get, and I didn't really get it until, and Bill Burr has a great bit about it, is that the guy, and we learned that the dog picks up your vibe. And Ray said perfectly, she goes, yeah, and his master literally has the world on his shoulders right now. Like he's trying to stop thousands of knives. So imagine how stressed Biden really is. This is his dog, his best friend who reads him, and so so Biden's walking around going, fucking Joe Manchin is not going to vote for this thing. He's the one Democrat we need. And he's
And
flipping
people
out.
are dying.
And people are dying. And I got to get this out. Or these
And
people.
Syria, we got a bomb. People.
And the dog's like, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm fighting somebody. Is that the guy?
It's Bill's thing.
Yeah.
Is that the guy?
So for a dog, like, I can't imagine if I was that stressed. Even when I get stressed, like, so let me point this out. Chaplin, our older dog, he's awesome. We're coming down the mountain, and this started happening about 2 months ago. If I'm in the car and someone's driving really stupid, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? This dog, this little boy, will come across from Ray's lap, get on me, stand with his feet on my chest, and lick my face until I calm down.
manically.
Oh, how about that?
Until I start laughing. Until I start laughing, and then he'll just stop and go lay back
It's
down again.
advanced to the point where yesterday he didn't say anything. He just went like that, and Chaplin went
And watched me.
watched him for like 30 seconds, and he goes, oh, nobody. I'm fine. I'm
said,
fine.
"I'm okay."
And Chaplin was like, I got to come over there. And he's just started doing it until he laughs, and then he'll go back to sleep. It's
The second I
weirdest thing.
Bert laughing, okay, buddy, okay. I start laughing, and he just goes, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
It's this dog is therapy. And so dogs get it. So whatever happened, these dogs don't have a history of biting people. They're probably living in a high stress situation because their dad's living in a high stress situation. And the funny thing to me is that the right wing jumped on this. And they were like, oh my God, dog, crazy dog. Guys, is this what you got? Is this what you got?
Oh, there was a tweet. The major, Biden's dog, will not be euthanized after biting an innocent White House security person. That was a tweet from a right-wing pundit. I was like, they wanted him to be killed. It was a Band-Aid situation.
And again, why I decided to never vote Republican again. This switch is flipped. And I know, because that's your solution, is that you kill the dog.
Right.
Like, why is it that they either want to take stuff away from you, won't vote to help America, they got elected by America, but won't vote to help them, and then they want to kill animals?
well, that's, I think.
Oh, no. If Major had actually attacked somebody, ripped up the guy, he snipped at a guy because he's probably stressed out as fuck. It just bothers me that this Dr. Seuss thing, they went after the doctors. It's like,
Oh yeah, when you
Mr.
see
Potato Head, I'm like, what are we talking about? How come this guy's trying to solve the world's problems, save millions of lives with the vaccine? He ordered another 100 million doses, so we're covered. And you know what he said? He said, because you don't know what's going to happen. He goes, things go wrong, things go sideways. We've got an extra 100 million doses. And they were like, what if we don't use them? And he goes, then we're going to give them to the rest of the world so they can get vaccinated. And you're like, and I'm just sitting there going, this is awesome.
Right.
To have a guy that's not putting it in a satchel and selling them like Jared.
Speaking of satchel.
By the way.
No, I was
again,
just going to say you should watch the Pharaoh versus
don't
Allen
watch it.
v. Pharaoh. Have you seen it? About
Oh, that's
the
on
Woody
HBO,
Allens?
right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
wow. So Rowan's name is really Satchel, and Ronan. I said
Farrell.
Rowan. He was actually Satchel Ronan Farrell. Well, they keep talking about Satchel and during all these court things, and then I had to look it up, but it was Ronan. But man, will that piss you off if you watch this thing? Wow.
Well, it would piss. If I was Bill Cosby, I'd be furious.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how is this motherfucker walking the earth?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that happened the last 2 years that show that society took a really bad turn when Trump got elected. Tiger King. What else just freaked me out? That I remember telling you, like, I feel dirty.
You've made me watch.
the
stupid
Jeffrey
movies.
Epstein.
Oh yeah,
thing
Epstein. Yeah.
made
Oh, that
me
was
sick.
good.
Weinstein.
And then it was horrible.
I
It
love
was like,
those kind of.
I was
crime
so I was like,
things.
it made me want to vomit. And the Rona Pharaoh versus Allen thing, I watch it and go, what is going on with human beings? And by the way, you're a person of faith. Here's what I question. How does that happen if there is a just God?
How do bad things happen if there is a just God?
It just seems to protect children. It just seems like how does this continue on? And we've opened up an entire
There's a million
2-hour podcast.
things I
I
could
just
say.
checked the batteries in the camera. So
He did.
I literally did.
Yeah.
We're going down the road here.
By the way, show him in 2 sentences.
A million things. But I would say that people have free will, and that's where the problem is. And those people do not choose a just God at all. And also that we are not promised a perfect world. That has never been promised. In fact, the opposite. And that you don't see, I often find that you don't see people when something just amazing happens, which happens every day, like crazy
I'm-
cool
see the
things
opposite.
I'm
happen.
incredibly blessed.
People don't go, well, there's proof that there is a just God, right? And we only do it in the absence of, and there's certainly evil forces at work in the world. I really saw that a lot in the last few years, going through what I went through with my mom. You and I really talked about you can start to really see a fight between good versus evil happening. And sometimes, you see evil happen.
I think whether you're a person of faith or not, the last 4 years you can see it. You can just go like there is a darkness, and the weird part is it is a virus, man. If you look at what happened when Trump is evil can be a virus, man.
Yep.
The darkness that infected people was pretty crazy.
And the tools that are used to promote that evil, like money. greed. You look at how many people he led astray
Lust.
because of lust or greed or go watch Seven again. Highly recommend. But I think that it's not a perfect world, unfortunately, and so I choose to look at the amazing things that happen.
Right. It's not a perfect world, but this week some good things happened. You can really feel it kind of, the ship is slowly turning, man. We 10% of the population is vaccinated now. No. Yes, 10% of the population is vaccinated. People are getting vaccinations every day. It's working slowly. We ain't there yet. Wear your mask, for God's sakes. People in Mississippi and Texas. And again, if you're at an Applebee's, just stay home. I'm staying home. I can't. Guys, you want me to stay home. And by the way, there's a couple clubs out there that I had to cancel again because I'm still not vaccinated. And trust me, I almost did the wrong thing and lied about it was. Yes, I am essential.
See, it was his.
By the way, here's a joke.
Laughter is medicine. So
exactly, the best medicine. I'm a doctor, for God's sake.
Here's my Reader's Digest. See, proof.
Exactly. So I'm not going to, and I'm disappointing people. There's a Chattanooga. I want to tell you guys, I'm sorry. I promise I will be there. I promise. But
it's like southern states that are mad, that are like, this is bullshit, but they never really closed. Whereas you have like West Coast and Northwest, they're like, yeah, I totally got it. You haven't been vaccinated. You can't travel. You can't spread that everywhere.
Oh, I'm doing 52 weeks. Once I'm done, I will be on the road 52 weeks. I know you're not. I know you won't be with me. She'll be with me most of the time, not a lot of it.
A lot of it,
time,
but not.
Yeah, but I need to get this new show out. The new show.
My cousin said that to me when I was in North Carolina. He said, I think Chris thrives on that, doesn't he? He likes the travel and the busy and the hectic and the crazy. And I said, he actually does.
It's not the travel. I don't like to travel, but as we've done here, guys, and we're doing a bunch of shows at Combustion Live, bombshells, go to combustionlive.com because we're going to show her special in a couple on the 20th, on March 20th. Then we're going to do our Titus and Bradley show, and Highlander's going to be in it. We're like a comedy troupe.
Hey.
It's weird.
A comedy troupe.
We are.
We're a troupe.
No, we're actually a trio.
It's with an E.
That's all right.
There's that troupe.
Yeah, not
well,
true.
we got Chaplin and Groucho.
Oh, that's five. That's five. That's
okay.
true. They will be in a bit, and then we're going to show, and then I'm going to get up and do my new special that I'm writing now.
So go to combustionlive.com to get tickets, and mine is alphachick.eventbrite.com as well as Combustion Live.
I don't like to travel. Mm-hmm. I do like the busy. I do like to have a project. I do like to live into a future.
You like the actual audience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I like to have a project, but I get sensory overload. There's a point in my whole life I've had that. It's like I get to the point where it's just too much.
Yeah, you want to curl up in a corner.
And I do. Like,
it's true, in the
but
closet.
He just loves it. I mean, like, just thrives on it. And the more hectic things get, the more you sort of like rise to the occasion
and
like
get pissed off.
Yeah, you love that.
I'm fueled by anger and stress. I'm not going to be here much longer, but for God's sakes, I had a good time while I was here.
I did my interview for CASA, for the court-appointed special advocate, and I interviewed with a girl who actually aged out of the foster system. It was really cool. So that's what I think about when you say there's evil in the world, and I think that it's our job to do something about it and not just sit around and bitch about it, right? So now they're doing my background check, so we'll see how that goes.
As they come through the podcast.
Well,
2013,
years ago, she went through a drug phase, many, and so it should be like, she may find out some stuff that she didn't know. I did what?
Yeah.
That was CBD oil, I promise.
How thorough is this?
Yeah. How far background are you going? Guys, thanks for listening and watching the Titus Podcast. Do me a favor, go to ChristopherTitus.com if you want to get any signed DVDs of all my shows, or if you want to see us on YouTube, go to Christopher Titus TV on YouTube. And
also, we have now Let's Invent a Vaccine for Stupid t-shirts.
Yeah, our new t-shirts.
On ChristopherTitus.com, and available with the Alpha Chick tickets for March 20th premiere. We have happy hour tickets. There are 3 left to drink with us.
And a new t-shirt for the show.
And a new t-shirt and a face mask. They're so super cute. They're black with Alpha Chick on them. And then there's a new really funky kind of 70s style, thank you both, shirt. So go check that out. They're add-ons on Eventbrite. And
ChristopherTitus.com, Christopher Titus TV, and CombustionLive.com. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out. I would like alternative.
There can be only one. Yeah. Highlander.
I don't think that's alternative.
That's all rock.
That was Creed.
No, like Nirvana. That's alternative. That Pearl Jam alternative.
You gotta take a second shot at it.
Soundgarden.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Soundgarden.
Sorry, I get yelled
So
at.
all rock. So all
Temple
rock.
of the Dog. Like Nirvana started the alternative movement.
Yeah. There can be only one.
There you go. A little more Eddie.
Little more.
There you go.